Do you know what this is? In Italian, it's called a melanzane. In English, we call it eggplant. And sometimes people don't quite know what to do with it. So today, I'm going to show you one of my absolute all-time favorite recipes, mille foglie di melanzane. Hi there, I'm Jacqueline for Vero, and today this recipe comes courtesy of Trattoria Risorgimento in Treviso, from the Langhe in Italy, where I worked for over 10 years. So today, for this recipe, mille foglie di melanzane, we need obviously melanzane, an eggplant. We need a boiled cooked potato. And then to make a tomato sauce, to go with it, we need passata al pomodoro, a tomato sauce, basilico, basil, cipolla, onion, some grated, fresh, hard-aged cheese. I have Parmigiano Reggiano here. You can use any other hard-aged cheese. And then we'll need a little bit of olive oil and, of course, some salt. All right, now we've got our ingredients. Let's jump right in and start cooking this. So, first thing we want to do is prepare our eggplant. So, now with our eggplant cleaned and a little bit of the skin cut off, just so it doesn't get cut tough, we're going to slice some rounds here. You want to try and finish, if you can, with an even number of rounds because our stacks of eggplant are going to be created with 2 pieces of eggplant each. Now, once you've got your eggplant sliced, you're going to want to just kind of spread them out, and we're going to salt them. By salting, it helps to dry out a little bit of the water, and it will make them a little bit less tough. Okay, so we're gonna let those sit now for a few minutes while we start working on the tomato sauce. So to make the tomato sauce, we're gonna start with a little bit, just a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil in our pan, and let that just start heating up a little bit here. Then we're going to saute a little bit of onion. I've already got mine chopped here. So once we have our onions nice and soft, but not quite browned, we're gonna take our tomato sauce and we're going to put some in the pan here. And give that mix, mix, mix. All right, we've got that cooking. I'm just gonna season it with a touch of salt here. Not too much, because remember, our eggplants do have some salt on them. We're going to just let this kind of sit and cook a little bit and thicken. All right, so now that we've got this thickened up a little bit, we're going to add in our chopped basil and give it a little stir quickly. And then we are going to remove it from the heat and set it aside until later. All right, so our eggplant have been sitting here and they are a little bit wet with that salt. So we're just gonna pat that dry. There we go. And now you're going to take your eggplant and one piece at a time, just quickly dredge them in your flour. Now we have our eggplant dredged in flour. I'm heating up just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil here in the pan. Once that's hot, we're going to start frying our eggplant. So when they start to look soft and nice and golden brown, we're going to take them out of the oil and just lay them on a piece of Scott towel here to soak up any excess oil. So next we are going to start assembling our eggplant. So taking our fried eggplant, we set first one slice on the tray. Try to search for the bottom one to be your biggest slices. Okay, next we take a little bit of our sauce and almost like a little pizza. And then Parmesan cheese. Next, we have our potatoes. So I've already peeled them here. What we're going to do is just lay down some slices, completely covering the eggplant, kind of like a little puzzle. All right. Now again, sauce. And we top with our second slice of eggplant. Now again, sauce, cheese, and potatoes. And we top the whole lot off with a nice, generous portion of our tomato sauce. And lastly, our Parmesan. All right, now we are ready to have these go in the oven. We're going to cook them at about 350 to 375 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes, or until they look nice and gooey and they'll be warm completely through. Let's go put them in the oven. All right, these look delicious. This, you can serve it then with a little bit of leftover sauce on the side. I personally love it with a grating of fresh Parmesan over the top, or a drizzle of olive oil too, and top it with some fresh basil. And you are ready to enjoy your mille foglie di melanzane. All right, so now we've got our mille foglie di melanzane, but we've forgotten an important part: what to drink with it. Personally, one of my favorite wines to pair with this dish is the Ojai Pacific View Dolcetto. Dolcetto is a variety that is from northern Italy in the Piedmont region, where Trattoria Risorgimento, that taught me how to make this dish, is also from. In fact, this wine is special to me as well because it is actually my family's wine, and we've done a video on that in the past. I'll link to it down below. I love to pair this wine with this dish because it's fruity, it has a nice acidity to it that will pair nicely with the creamy, fatty eggplant and the nice and tangy basil and tomato sauce. And you can find this wine to buy in the Vero shop. I'll link to that in the description below. So thank you for joining me today in creating this mille foglie di melanzane, courtesy of Trattoria Risorgimento. And I am going to go enjoy this. But in the meantime, you can find the full recipe linked in our blog. I'll link it down below in the description. And grab yourself a glass of Dolcetto to enjoy it with. I know I'm going to enjoy it. That's for certain. Buon appetito!